Hey guys, so I was supposed to turn this in like an hour ago, but I wasn't able to get on ASU, so now I'm doing it. Sorry it's really dark. It looks extremely dark on there. Um, so I was really interested in the subject altogether. A lot of information that stuck with me was more of all like quotes. I have a few written down. So one from the article that really stuck with me was an estimated 15 million of our nation's young people can currently be diagnosed with a mental health disorder, and only 7% of these youths who need services receive appropriate help from mental health professionals. That just kind of completely like blew me away that there's not more help out there that is really like being shown to people, and mental health just doesn't seem like, it's definitely come far from, like, what it used to be, but it definitely, like, still has a lot more steps to be more, like, talked about and, like, known for, like, younger people and stuff. Because a lot of people do have mental health issues. Um, in the first part of the audio, another thing that stuck with me was that whatever we throw, it sticks. That's why they can learn Spanish in 6 months when it takes us 6 years, but also why they're exposed to community violence or domestic violence, it really sticks. Um, I kind of find that really crazy because I've seen like a thousand things about how children, when they're extremely young, learn a crazy amount and just like kind of like so they're like a sponge. They like soak up everything they learn, and so like they can learn a bunch of different languages in person and stuff, and it's just like mind boggling. And I didn't like even really consider that all the different things that they are actually being like around and like can see that they're actually picking up on that too. And I don't know why it just didn't connect for me, but like it totally has now. And so I thought that was really cool. Yeah, and then for the next one, sorry, I have to find it. Oh, and then the next one, I thought it was really cool. So in my high school, we didn't really have a high school nurse. And we were my high school has a really bad like mental health awareness kind of thing going on. Um, it's a lot better now because of all that's happened, but we actually used to have a girl that either got killed or committed suicide. But yeah, it was just like it was weird to see that like one little person could change that much and like can notice and like actually see when a child is trying to show that they're not like being affected, or like they're getting sick in one class every single week, or like they're having anxiety attacks, or like pretty much like anything like that. Like it'd be cool if that was like more relevant. I think people kind of thought about that more. I do think it's harder in some cases because like in my high school, we had a nurse for like all of our schools. Um, and like my community was pretty darn wealthy. And like I've had like multiple asthma attacks at my schools. Um, and I've literally actually never met the nurse there, even though I've had like asthma attacks during school hours and stuff. I just kind of like would get like a nebulizer and then sit there for a few hours and then go like after school and then get help. But like it was so weird to think that like if people were like more hands on, or there was more people that were there to see that happening, that like because there's so many kids that are coming from like all these different places and are put into like one school. If you think about all the different like backgrounds and like social things that are going on, and like parental things that are going on, and like just mentally how much the kid has to do every day, it's kind of insane that there's a few people that connect them all. Like teachers can notice things, and nurses and lunch ladies, and just like those like bus drivers and stuff like that can like totally like kind of help in that kind of a way. Um, I definitely do think that there's a lot of things that we could do to make mental health more relevant in today's society because it is such a huge issue now. It always has been, but people didn't recognize it. and now it's finally getting, like, momentum and actually being recognized now. I honestly think that people should really take it for granted almost and run with it and just, like, try to put a bunch of support out as you can, you know? I definitely do think that there should be people that are kind of, like, watching out for different kids. Um, because even, like, if you do know the parents or, like, you do know that they, like, are wealthier or if they, like, have, like, a worse past or, like, their parents aren't doing as well or, like, their parents are in and out of jobs or, like, anything like that or, like, their babysitter got fired or something like that. Like, you really never do know how a kid feels and how they feel during school and just, like, during life. Like, kids are open, but, like, they don't understand, like, what's going on mentally or, like, how they really, really feel. And, I do think that kids should, like, learn different signs for, like, anxiety attacks or, like, if they don't feel good a certain time or, like, if they have to, like, have a speech before the class and, like, it's not just, like, nerves because everyone gets nerves. It's, like, actually, like, anxiety that's, like, biting at you and just, like, a really big issue, and there's, like, so many different mental things, and I just keep going back to anxiety because I can relate to it. But, like, I definitely do think that children should be taught that there's, like, different signs and that they can look at them for themselves, and they kinda, like, learn and not, like, self-diagnose, but just kinda, like, be on, like, the lookout and, like, be taught how to almost, like, manage them maybe and, like, just, like, learn, like, some, like, breathing techniques or, like, there's, like, a lot of those fidget things that those, like, help me all the time and, like, breathing techniques do. And so, like, I think that, like, if they just, like, had that little push to, like, show them ways to relax themselves and their bodies would be a huge, difference. So, yeah, thanks. Ah, stop.